Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Hello and welcome to a first impressions video of FloodPlains. So, this is a 1 versus 1, no, 2 versus 2 free for all? No, what kind of map is this? Well, I have a clip from Wednesday's stream where this turned up in a 1 versus 1 tournament, apparently, and maybe that might make things clearer for you, so I'm just going to play it right now. Twisted Meadows 1 versus 1. Okay. I might do a bit of that, actually. Mostly... oh, no, wait. What? Twisted Meadows 1 versus 1? What? Twisted Meadows... wait, what? Twisted Meadows 1 versus 1. Play game. And then the only map is FloodPlains. Now this is the controversy, isn't it? This goes back to the maps. This is why I was curious about this, because I was like, oh, by putting Twisted Meadows there, were they basically saying, oh, okay, we know the 1 versus 1 maps are shit, so here's our tournament for 1 versus 1, and we better play it on Twisted Meadows, because that's slightly better than the other ones that we just put in. But actually, no, they haven't even got a nameplate for FloodPlains 1 versus 1. You take that off. Take that Twisted Meadows off, right there. That should say FloodPlains. Huh. Is that any clearer? No, I guess not. So, yes, this turned up on a tournament which was supposed to be a Twisted Meadows 1 versus 1, but it was FloodPlains. But the interesting thing about FloodPlains is that it's not Twisted Meadows, and Twisted Meadows was taken away from the Matterpool. Well, it made a lot of people mad, that's for sure, and I can tell you reasons why coming up in this video shortly. But it was taken away from the ladder pool, Twisted Meadows, and we got lots of new maps. But the strange thing is that FloodPlains was not one of these new maps. It's not a 1 versus 1 map on the new series. It's not 2 versus 2. It's not anything. You can't find it on Battle.net, although Battle.net has changed. I'm recording this video as of, I don't know, 1:30 PM on Thursday, and later today the map pool is supposed to be reverting back to what it was, but that's why I want to get this video sort of up and recorded, and this will probably go out. You'll be watching this, like, as I say, tomorrow, which will be today for you guys, which will be Friday, because that's when this video will be going out, because otherwise I would have put out like 3 or 4 videos on the same day, and that's just not really good. So, this map is quite the map indeed. It doesn't know what it is, it doesn't even know what it wants to be, but it's one hell of a map, and it's a shame it's not on that ladder pool, and it won't be anymore anyway. So you wouldn't be able to abuse it so much. But on that stream, I got to abuse it a couple of times, and you'll get to see those games afterwards. I'll link you to both of those games, and they are quite fun to watch indeed. So let's have a look at the map description. What does the map think it is? It's FloodPlains. Suggested players, 2 versus 2 or free for all. Yeah, it's more of a 2 versus 2. In fact, it could be a free for all, I suppose. Those would make more sense than 1 versus 1, which is the scenario that I played it in. Follow the streams to your enemy's town, but beware, there are ogres in the gully. To be quite frank, the ogres are the least of your problems on this map. It's the gnolls. I tell you what, if your opponent knows about the gnolls and how abusive they can be, you're going to have a bad game. Although, to be fair, there is an ogre or two on this map as well that I've spotted now that I've taken a look at the map, because when I was playing, I didn't actually take a look at the map in the editor. I just found, well, I was just creeping naturally, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's a rather powerful item that dropped there. And then I noticed that there was 4 simultaneous camps just like it, which means that they probably dropped the same type of item. So let's have a look, shall we? I spawned at the bottom right position, and there's where you spawn. So in a 1 versus 1 situation, which this was, it's a rare situation, so this is kind of a rarity, to be quite frank. There's not much point complaining too much about the map, because it's not even in the map pool anymore, I assume, and it's not even supposed to be a 1 versus 1 map. It's just basically a bit of a blunder by Blizzard, and I think this is why they were changing the maps back, because even on their updated, automated tournaments page and stuff like that, it still says, I'll show you, it still says Wednesday, 10th of June, Twisted Meadows 1 versus 1, and then you click on it, Twisted Meadows 1 versus 1. Map selection, FloodPlains. That's a funny looking Twisted Meadows, isn't it? Oh, that makes me laugh, that does. Okay, so let's have a look at this, shall we? Okay, so if you were playing this in a one, we're going to look at it as a 1 versus 1 map, okay? That's the angle we're going to look at it. We're not going to look at it as anything else because that's the situation I found myself playing it in. So, items dropped. Level 5 permanent item. This map has no shortage of awesome items, and that makes this map a lot of fun to play. I hope that Blizzard, when they do decide to put in some new maps, or choose the newer maps that we aren't so used to, make sure they're maps with great items. They don't have to be too overpowered, but it's far better than what we've currently been seeing from the maps that I've covered so far, where you kill this like level 5 creep and it drops like a level 1 permanent item or level 2 permanent item. It's kind of pathetic, really. So this map actually has one of those, but literally like only one of those, and then all the other creeps are amazing, most of them. So let's have a look, shall we? So level 5 permanent item is claws of attack plus 12. Fucking awesome stuff. Ancient Django of endurance. So you could potentially kill this creep camp, which I did, and I try to well, I won't spoil anything too much, at least. Well, actually, I'm trying to think of what item I got here. Oh, I only got the crappy Helm of Valor. Yeah, not so good compared to the other ones. It's not terrible, it just isn't great. I'm pretty sure that's what I got. I might be wrong. But anyway, this is a relatively easy creep camp to do. Gnolls, not the difficultest. You've got a medium army, not even that. You can pretty much manage them, especially if you've got something to sort of like deter the enemies a little bit. Skeletons or militia or ancients of war, stuff like that, just to help you out a little bit. So right off the bat, there's a couple of those in this 1 versus 1 situation where you can get yourself a lovely item if you decide to take it. And all you have to do is kill this Gnoll Overseer. But it's a bit tricky to take it on right at the start when you've got 20 levels of creeps there hitting on you. So, okay, let's look at where you might go otherwise. Will you do this nearby green creep camp? No, because it drops a level 1 power-up item. That's terrible. What about this one over here? It looks a little bit difficult, but yeah, we could still get it done early on, and it's an Ogre Magi level 5. Oh, they can drop quite quickly, can't they? What's he drop? A level 2 power-up item? Oh, what's that, you say? Oh, well, I'll go and check it out. Oh, it's Tome of Agility, Tome of Experience, Tome of Intelligence plus 2. That's not so good. Let's move on a little bit then, shall we? Oh, there's some ogres over here. Oh, these look more or less the same. Those guys are a bit bigger, they got more health but not that much more damage, and there's this level 5 guy over here. Let's check him out. Oh, a level 4 charged item, you say? Now we're talking, getting a bit more spicy. There's your Book of the Dead, Ankh of Reincarnation, Healing Wards, loads of good stuff from that fella. I'll consider him. I could creep him really early and then not even bother killing these two here, which have way more health and are way harder to kill. Oh, actually, shall I do this little creep camp on my way? No, because they drop jack shite. But what about this guy over here? Oh, he looks fun. He's a level 5 Gnoll Overseer and he has 750 health. But the creeps near him aren't that tough, so I could probably solo him quite easily. He drops a level 3 charged item, you say? Well, that's not bad. It's quite good. Medium late game, these items, these first 3 could definitely be useful. The last 2 you're probably going to sell. Bit of cash there, not too bad. That's pretty good. Most maps, to be honest, you'll be lucky to get that. That would be your imbalanced item. From the newer maps that I've been checking out, that would be, alright, okay, that's the one I'm going to get, and I'm going to just sell that to the shop, or I'm going to use that for later on. And you go and creeping fast. But no, if you travel just a little bit further, and get the other expansion that's in the middle, what's this guy going to drop? Ooh, it's a level 5 charged item. You would not believe my surprise when I saw this fucking thing drop. So what can you get with a level 5 charged item? You can get a Potion of Divinity, Potion of Restoration, Red Drake Egg, they last for fucking ever. Scroll of Restoration, this is serious end game stuff you're looking at here, to be honest. Spiked Collar, Stone Token, again lasts for ages. Stormbolt, 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 so much control. And the only really bad one is the Talisman of the Wild, but even then you get 3 charges of those and they're still going to be useful, and they last 180 seconds, that's a few minutes. So yeah, these all last a few minutes, but those few minutes feel like forever, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's not going to show me, is it? No, it's being stubborn. You're being stubborn now. Okay, so this guy is amazing, right? So what happens when you kill this Null Warden next to him? Is it going to be like a level 1 power-up item or something crappy like that to offshoot the fact that they've put a level 5 charged item on a 750 health creep that you can basically solo with a Blade Master and Grunts right at the start, or any alternative from the other races, excuse me, that have sort of like even just a little bit of investment in units to creep strongly at the start, which is not much, like one Death Knight and a Fiend and a couple of Skeletons. You could take this guy on and so on and so on. Probably a little bit more than that, but you know what I mean. You can take these guys on really early on to the game. So what's he going to drop? Null Warden. A Rune of Rebirth. Well, some of you might not know what that is. A Rune of Rebirth is where the creep comes back to frickin' life. So you get yourself a Null Warden for yourself. He's got Purge, 330 health. Really easy to kill, to be honest. But if you're playing him as a player, you can control him to the degree where you can probably stop the enemy player from taking him down so easily. So you've got a 300 mana, purging dude. It's just mental that you get this. This is why I had a huge problem with the War 3 Arena map, Death Road or something like that. Terrible map. Where you could get like a Searing Arrow Skeleton and a Cold Arrow Skeleton right at the start. What were they thinking? Terrible map design. And this one has it. Now, it's bad map design, but it's fucking fun when you can abuse it in this 1 versus 1 tournament. Okay, so you can see I'm quite excited about this map. Unfortunately, it's like excitement of past days gone, because to be quite frank, you're not going to get this opportunity again, because I don't think we're going to see it. But it was definitely fun to play. So, yeah, you notice that that's what you want to do, basically. You want to maybe go and kill this guy. He's pretty good, level 4 charged item. You get Book of the Dead, fast rush with that. You could solo that with a Blade Master easily. You could take a Blade Master and Grunt, which is what I did. And you could solo this guy, no problem. And you probably have to get out, but if you had 2 Grunts and you were, you know, cautious enough, you could probably take on the Null Warden as well. And then get out and heal up. Easy, I would say, actually. And you can get yourself a Rune of Rebirth. So, what's the problem here? Well, the problem is that there's more than one of these. There's this one at the bottom, there's this one over here. They're all really actually within quite a short space of each other. So you could essentially just go from creep camp to creep camp. Just knocking off all of these wardens, getting yourself a serious end game item here with the charge stuff. I mean, I had Red Drake, I had Stone Token, I had Talisman and Scroll of Restoration. It was crazy. And you get the wardens as well. So make sure you get enough food supply, because you're going to be getting at least 4 of these if you're doing it right. And they join you. They join you. It's really freaking awesome, because they're pretty powerful creeps, because I was purging the enemy when they were trying to run away. It's not the full-on purge like a Shaman purge, which practically brings them to a full stop. It's the creep version, which slows them down. But it still slows them down a significant amount that you can basically be getting a few extra kills from it. So, what else is good on this map? Well, this is it. There's actually some other good stuff on this map. Let's first of all get the crap one out of the way that I was talking about at the start. This guy's a level 6 dude that drops a level 2 permanent item. And you go, level 2 permanent item, that's alright. Some of the newer maps, you know, that's pretty much the best you can get out of them. But from a Rock Golem, that's a Garden, you know, Claws of Attack plus 6. Alongside, you know, Slow and Murloc Huntsman, it's not exactly the nicest to do, so probably not that great. So where should you go elsewhere if you want a level 2 permanent item? Oh, maybe you'll pop over here and kill this Null Warden who drops a level 2 permanent item, and he only has 330 health. So if you were... this is like the map that will blow your mind as to how... It's a shame it still isn't in there, because there would be so many theory crafters going around thinking, what is the best creeping pattern for each race? Because you got this guy here, level 4 charged item. That's a game breaker if you get Book of the Dead and rush someone at the start if they haven't got an answer to it, aka Wisps for detonate. If they haven't got that, then they're really in trouble early game. You've got the Blade Master who wants to sort of build himself up and get more and more powerful early game. Level 2 permanent item. All you got to do is kill a 330 health creep, which not so many powerful creeps around him, so no bigger deal there. And you've also got the alternative on this side, so the opposite side, this dude once more will drop that level 2 permanent item, so that's not bad. That's probably the worst out of all of your options. I mean, ignore all of these guys, ignore the guys that I was telling you to ignore before. Out of your options of this dude, so this guy's very high priority. This guy's then not so high priority, but there's still a reason to try to take him out, get to the shop, get a good item, like a Circle of Nobility, sell your Scroll of Town Portal, pick up this guy as well, and then move on to the other one, maybe if you've got enough health to do it, depending on how much health you lose. And then over here, you kind of have something similar as well. Level 1 power-up item, you don't want to kill the wrong one. So you'd have to study the map and make sure you don't kill the wrong one, because here you have identical troll priests, but one of them, again, drops a level 2 permanent item. Now, this dude's a little bit tougher. He can heal himself in a fire. The other guy's going to be healing him as well, potentially if he's not already healing himself. Otherwise, he'll be doing damage to you, and he's got 450 health. So it's a bit trickier, so yes. No wardens? Absolutely. Ogre Magi? Absolutely. No wardens? And, well, no overseer and no warden? Abso-fucking-lutely. These guys are insane. So, yeah. What I basically did on my second game was I was like, right. I wasn't aware of these ogres because I never crept them in my experience, and I didn't know off heart that these guys would drop a level 2 permanent item. All I knew was I got a freaking Rune of Rebirth from this Null Warden and a level 5 charged item from this dude. So I was like, right, I'm gonna fucking creep these middle creep camps, these expansion points, and I had fun doing so. And if you really want even better items, then maybe pop over to the level 5 permanent item. For the real end game, like I say earlier, that's your Claws of Attack plus 12, Ancient Django, Cloak of Flames. Getting that stuff early, you can kill these pretty easily. And those are some really strong items. That's the kind of items you expect to see in a Granite Golem or something like that. Something really big and tough to take down. But no, it's still just an old Overseer. They're not complete pushovers. They're 750 health, they do a fair bit of damage, and they've got some creeps around them, but they're still really easy to kill considering what they drop for you. So this map was a lot of fun to play, and I hope you have a lot of fun checking out the games, because well, I haven't really talked about the aesthetics of it. It's actually a really good map. To be quite frank with you, I think this is a genuinely well-made map. It just needs a little bit of a rebalancing on the creeps. You look at it, you've got alternative paths. This could be made into a 1 versus 1 map. It could happen. It doesn't have to be a 2 versus 2 map. Maybe they need to take down this extra gold mine and just have the ones in the middle. That would make it quite interesting for 1 versus 1, because it's more sort of like permanent rather than have this sort of like easy expansion, which is literally yards away from the main base. A human could really easily take a fast expansion almost straight away and just maybe even skip units like footmen at the start, just go straight into economy and then fast expansion and build towers around it. But again, this 1 versus 1 map has a lot of potential. It's not a 1 versus 1 map, but you know what I mean? This could be a 1 versus 1 map. It looks great. You got alternative paths. You can go left, you can go right, you can duck in between the middle, you can go through the middle, you can go up this pathway here. Then if you decide to turn left around here, you can go back towards the middle, you can take a left around here, or you can go up here. It's really actually pretty well designed. In a 1 versus 1 situation, there's loads of paths, and I love this kind of stuff. Not linear at all. There's loads of options. You've got shops and mercenary camps in the middle, where they basically should be. Access points for good stuff. You know? It's just missing a goblin laboratory, which could be like down here maybe. There could be like a shoreline here, like if I really wanted to tamper around with a map. You know, I could just put like a little... let's change this. Let me just change the map for a second, show them how it's done. So I just need to pull this down a little bit. This is just for argument's sake, it's been a little bit stubborn for me. There we go. So pull this down here, and you know, you've got your fucking goblin laboratory. I don't know why I'm going into so much detail for this, but I really am quite into this map, and I want this to happen for some reason. And now I can't find the goblin laboratory because it needs to be a neutral. It needs to be a neutral passive. And then we've got a goblin laboratory here, for example, and there's a few creeps here, some sea turtles or something like that. You know, this is a really good 1 versus 1 map. It genuinely is. Take a look at it. It needs to happen. They need to maybe condense it or just remove that extra gold mine, something like that. Remove a few of the creeps. They could squish it down a little bit maybe. But otherwise, it's a really good map. Even just for 2 versus 2 or free for all. Very good map. Genuinely, just needs a little bit of rebalancing, and it's a shame you guys can't really use this advice, because I don't think, like I say, it's going to exist anymore. But if it did, or it comes back in the new reset where we get new maps and you find this one, you know what to do, because I doubt they're going to bloody change the creeps. If they do, they should do, but I don't necessarily think they will. But if they don't, then you know what you got to do. This big boy here and this guy over here. You're going to have a lot of fun if you ever get the chance to play this map, because I did. And I suggest you check out the games, which you're going to get to see in a second. So thank you very much for watching. Please thumbs up the video and share with your friends if you enjoyed it. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next couple of games which are coming up right now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Well, there it is. 1 versus 1 on FloodPlains, apparently, because that's where we're doing it. So, do I go for an early expansion or clear up a merc camp? Do they even have a merc camp? Doesn't look like it, so I'm going to put my Ancient of War by the green and the orange. This looks like a really good place to put it if it doesn't aggro the creeps, which of course it won't, because what can possibly go wrong for me? Nothing, that's what. So let's try out FloodPlains. Let's give FloodPlains a go and see what it's got on offer as a 1 versus 1 map. To be fair, this looks like one of the better 1 versus 1 maps. Even though it's not suggested as a 1 versus 1 map, it's pretty big, I guess. So that could probably be the first issue is we're going to come across. And it looks like an old Reign of Chaos map that's been somewhat converted because it's got these taverns here. But there's definitely space for the taverns, so maybe those were deliberate. You are a curious one, Blizzard, when it comes to your map choices of Warcraft 3, I must admit. Some of this is just tripping me out a little bit. I'm definitely going to have to scout and see what's going on, and if nothing else, then maybe check out what the Red Creek camps are like. Yep, alright. A few more wisps will do it, I think, and this creek camp's easy enough to start off with. I've not seen what that creek camp's like, so once I get 5 wood, I'll go and have a little cheeky. Oh, actually, no, you can have a little cheeky look. What have we got? Looks easy. Looks easy.
I stand ready.
Ah. Don't finish it! Oh! Almost. That scares me every time. You got this.
On your mark.
I'm gonna set up more. Fucking hell, I'm still finishing off these creeps, because what's happened to my hero? It's taking forever. At last? Yeah, you said it, mate. At last, you're out. What on earth have you been doing this whole time? Let's get another Ancient of War set up for like more future creeping or something, I don't know.
Waiting on you. Fair enough.
Oh, no, they're gonna aggro.
Point the way. Fair enough. Create more moves. Your building is complete.
Yeah, careful. Early expansion will do it, and let's go and start scouting now for where the enemy might be. It's taking a good hit, this Ancient, but as these creeps go down, I might be okay.
Righto.
And that's you done for. Go sit your ass down.
Your building is complete.
I guess I'll just do the green creep over here. See what he's... Is he here? No. There's another gold camp, potentially. I'm just going to put down loads of Ancients and get super greedy with that. And that's finished now. Although, I don't even think that's that difficult. Let's go do the green camp up there. Get some more archers on my side.
Insufficient gold.
There's probably enough wisps by now. So you're making your way over there. You're bringing archers to me. I'm just going to do this green camp over here. There's still a tavern, so the shops are in the middle. That's the juicy stuff, the shops. That's the good stuff. You want that. Probably you want to get a tech as well, shortly. Don't want to be all day with that. Yeah, pretty crappy item there. Nothing special whatsoever.
Waiting on you.
And this is almost done. More archers coming out of you. And let's get rid of one of those archers, get a tech shortly. Because we can't be too long. Has this guy done much at all? Oh, he is teching. And he's got fiends and a death coil coming my way.
Your
I won't get to
building
see what
is
his hero's got,
complete.
unfortunately.
Your building is complete. Insufficient gold.
Looks like I'll build more archers for the time being with you.
Waiting on you.
Come on.
All too easy.
It looks like if the enemy are on the, say, the bottom left, it looks like I can pretty much take all the top right, and there's not all that much he can do about it until he can get mass air later on. Good old-fashioned gargoyles and such. Who knows? This ancient can tank this pretty well. I mean, there's no wisps healing him at all. Who needs wisps to heal when you're a beast? Plus, I've got a bit of an army now. Scroll of Restoration? That's not even a red cramp. What? That's not even a red creep camp. That's a freaking huge item. Whoa, that... What? Rune of Rebirth? No! Oh no, it's like that bloody map on Warframe Arena. That's terrible because it's got the rebirths. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh my god. Here we go. More Night Elf abuse. I at least know how to abuse Night Elf fairly well.
Insufficient gold. Your building is complete.
Point the way. On your mark.
See what these guys say.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ah, he's found me. Let's see what I get from you. If he finds that and kills it, fair enough. I'll just have to let that one go. Because I can always just get this one up here.
Point the way.
Helm of Valor. Interesting.
Our warriors have engaged being desecrated. Upgrade finished. Your building is complete.
Waiting on you. I stand ready.
Troops may not move.
This will be a mistake going for my Demon Hunter.
On your mark.
Time to get some shops.
More lumber is required.
Is there any shredders on this map?
I stand ready.
Don't know if there's any shredders.
Waiting on you.
Might just get a scroll of healing just to use it because I'm going to get so much gold. I don't think they have any... Oh, they have merc camps, but no goblin laboratories. This map is big enough for it. Don't know what their obsession is with missing items or valuable stuff out.
Research.
Also, we should be doing all the imbalanced stuff like scrolls of healing. Like, what the fuck? We should be getting that stuff. Getting set up with that. Definitely.
Your building
That's like
is
top priority right now. Also, second hero will be nice.
create more moons.
Panda's always good, but I'm going to go with a good old traditional Priestess of the Moon if I can get it. That's if I can get it, which I can't. So I'll get it in a second.
Point the way. Point the way.
Any chance? No.
Our sacred grove is being
What are
desecrated.
you up to over here now? Let's see. Oh my god.
Your building is complete.
Righto.
so close to losing that lich, aren't you?
More lumber is required. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Their building is complete.
You're undead, what do you expect?
I stand ready.
Warriors of the night, assemble! I am vigilant. We must act. Lead.
The sleeper has awakened.
This stone golem, what? This stone golem will last an eternity. And you can tank a little bit for me as well. Don't really want it to tank too much though.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Rune of Rebirth, what is with these?
Poised to strike.
This guy's pretty obsessed with trying to bring me down. But this is going to be his downfall.
I am vigilant.
Lol. I didn't think I would die there, but I just didn't want to take the chance. But now we can go and move off now. Screw this guy, I'm tired of his shit.
The sleeper has awakened.
Let's move.
We are poised to strike.
Weird thing is getting used to these units. Like, I'm going to have to hotkey all this shit up. 3, 4, 4.
We are poised to strike.
Must act.
Onward. Trust in my command.
I'm not sure if he actually took any expansions.
Must act.
I am vigilant.
I blade.
We are poised to strike.
Gonna find out shortly enough.
My strength is yours. We must act.
I could actually.
Vigilant.
I don't know. Yeah, I think he. No, I don't know. Pretty sure he can get rejuvenation.
My strength
I am
is
vigilant.
yours.
We are building your building. Trust in my
See if he
command.
teleports into this.
My strength is yours. We must act. Once.
We are poised to
I'm
strike.
awake. I'm awake.
Your building is complete.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
We are poised to strike.
Where shall I strike?
For the goddess.
Where you going, Lich? I got full focus on you.
I am vigilant.
You can't take this all on. There's just too many units, and the Lich just goes down at the last second there.
We must act.
I'm awake.
Watch out.
My strength is
Beetle's about.
I am
My strength is yours.
I am vigilant.
Ah. I'm done with you fucking trying to heal, mate.
My strength is yours. I'm awake. I'm awake.
I am vigilant.
Also, bears have not been upgraded yet. I've been so slack on that.
Trust in my command.
Have you got any mana left on that? Nope, you haven't. Just keeping the push.
by the light of the moon.
What's that? Massive mana. Easy. Let's move in there for the kill now. I'm tired of this shit.
We are poised to strike.
You may leave. Mass expansion's just ridiculous. This map is kind of flawed.
We are poised to strike. I am vigilant. Research.
Throw in the GG before he has.
My command.
That's always fun. Massa, no skill. Yeah, I suppose it was a little massy. Okay, so we can see some fucking fundamental flaws on this map already. Ah. He was not a happy bunny. Okay, here we are on the second time playing this map, FloodPlains, and I'm going to Okay, I was kind of hoping I'd get Orc, but the problem I have is the Blade Master is really good for sniping off certain creeps. But the problem is the creeps that I want to snipe off, I believe, if I can remember correctly, is those big-ass Gnoll Overseers, and they've got like 750 health. They're pretty chunky, pretty big. They're big guys, let's face it. Twisted Meadows, indeed. Right. I'll play somewhat straightforward. BM grunts, you know, your typical Orc, and see where that goes on this map. I wonder if he's worked out after his first game, if he's actually played a game yet on this map, whether he should be basically trying to do those expansions in the middle-ish, because damn, Scroll of Resurrection. Now, I don't remember all of the item levels of Harp, but that's probably like a level 5 charged item? Maybe higher? And that's really high. You expect to see that off like, you know, the big boys, like, you know, the Bandit Lord and shit like that, basically. Or level 8 Archmages and that kind of stuff. You don't expect to see that off just your average creep. Well, average Gnoll Overseer. It's not like they're a complete pushover, it's just they're a little bit on the easy to creep side, should I say. They're not exactly the most challenging mobs. And the creeps around them, if there was more assassins, it would be slightly more of a pain in the butt, because they can just keep poisoning your units over time, but I don't know. I'm curious. You got me curious about this map. I like maps that have got exploits on them, because it allows bad players like me to have a chance in them. Because you can just go around exploiting all of the exploits. You heard. Now I need to get to the shop. Wow. Is it possible? Like, I'm going to experiment a couple of things here, okay? We're going to experiment whether I can basically take down one of those Gnoll Overseers with just a Grunt and a Blade Master. The answer is probably not, but I don't mind whether I win or lose this game so much. It's just more of a case of experimenting just how far one can push one's luck. Okay, he can't possibly be here. Yep, he's not there. It's got to be the big lad. Let's try it. God knows whether this is going to work. Maybe. I think so. I think the damage is being mostly evenly distributed right now. Yeah, that's quite doable. Talisman of the Wild. Go back and heal up a little bit. I can even potentially take it as an expansion, but I probably won't. I'll just tech up and get some powerful tier 2 stuff and then make a move, maybe. Or I could even just mass grunts and push with that. I might go back there and creep it and then take the expansion. Nah. Play sensible. Always want to be greedy. Alright, well, let's do the next one. Let's just go around to each of them whilst I'm scouting and seeing. Because if he's getting a fast expansion, I could be in trouble. So that's definitely a problem. That's an issue right there. Since I'm healing up, I might aim for the one that's nearest him, since I've done this one already and he's at the top right. One more grunt and then move into a barracks. Boost of speed would be really nice for me as well. Let's move our grunts over. It's going to take a while to get there. Maybe I should actually head back over here, to be honest, because I'm almost heal up already at this point, and it's an excuse to get a shop anyway, or a boost of speed at the shop. That's what I meant. I could actually probably take the expansion at the bottom one now, knowing that he's at the top right as well, so this would make the most sense. It's mostly far away enough from him, so... Wait for that grunt to get round. Easy pickings. Get in there.
Righto.
Then take out the wardens next. Red Drake egg. That's really good. Like, you can use that almost now and it will last for like 3 or more minutes. It's pretty crazy how long that lasts for. Yep, Rune of Rebirth. So it looks like it's the Gnoll Warden on the left. Don't take my word for it though. Did I? Yeah, Rune of Rebirth. You've obviously got to take into account the additional food that it takes. So he's going ghouls. We're going to move up to the left-hand side. Going to take this expansion, and I'm going to get some more healing cells, so I can heal up my grunts once more. I could even take an expansion on the left-hand side if I really wanted to be greedy. No, yeah, just one healing cell. That'll be enough. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, sell these items. They're 275 gold to sell, so that means they're basically 550 gold value, which is a lot. A lot. Don't know if my Blade Master's fast enough to reach there in time, but I could creep this with just the units alone, practically. Okay, so we've got that going for us. Let's get some buildings and all that. Gonna go with it. Is Blade Master going to make it? Ah, he does. And we've got this little fella doing some additional piercing damage as well. Why not? Let's take some of the damage off my Blade Master. Oh, Potion of Restoration. So you could mass the grunts and go for it. Although I can't say that mass grunts is that great against undead, except for versus the fiends. That's if he's gone for that many fiends. This is pretty crazy. I don't even have to use my healing cells on this one. I can use them after the next creep camp and then go and push his base. That's what I'd say. Probably go double bestiary and lots of raiders or something now that I've got away with this. Oh, I don't know. I felt like I saw something yellow down there. It looks like something yellow on the map, but I don't think it is. He's not crept this yet either, so he's missed out on a trick there. So I can use a lot of these items. Keep that grunt slightly back. Actually, they're all kind of buggered. Yep, that looks mostly evenly distributed. Let's get one raider, take him up. And we've got red drake egg. So as long as he doesn't turn up, I know he's not going to have a blade master to pick up the item, so I can just leave it there for now. That's crazy. I actually need to get another burrow here. Because, oh, I'm going to lose my... almost. Alright, heal, heal, heal. That's ridiculous. So you may as well use the red drake egg now, because when you use these summons, right, they have a bit of an internal cooldown. So bear that in mind that you can't exactly spam them all at the same time. Also, he's going to creep this. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a moment, see if there's anything good. Claws of attack, +6. I'll nab that. Thank you very much. And he's got Dust of Appearance. Scared of me? Oh, there we go. We can use our next one now. Let's actually get Demolisher as well, because we may as well try and siege this. So that's the only problem, is my Blade Master's like super... But we can purge these fiends and catch up with them. The purge isn't the hardest call, purge, and he's going to try to coil my Blade Master, I can tell that much. Oh! He managed to get it. But at what cost, I suppose? Never underestimate how far coil can go. But then again, never underestimate how good fucking taverns are.
We need more gold. Need something. Yes, we're under attack.
Don't mind me. I'll let my units do all the fighting over there. Need to get that ensnared, don't I? I'm going to silo Blade Master by the bloody looks of it. There's a lot of units. Also, I need to fill up that gold mine because I forgot about that. Coming for you. Look at this summons! This is ridiculous! You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking Tidewater Glade. You know what me and Pracky did like 2 versus 2? We kind of showed you how you could get like double Book of the Dead super early. This is like Omega. This is for 1 versus 1. This is not even 2 versus 2. Well, it's supposed to be a 2 versus 2 map, so what's it doing in the 1 versus 1 for? They're just literally trolling. May as well get pillaged whilst I'm at it.
Yes, sir. Say the word. Oh. Yes, sir.
Ah, very well blocked. I can't get in there.
Excellent. Say the word. Fantastic.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty crazy. So whatever race you get, creep this one, creep this one, creep this one, creep this one. And it's, like I say, the creeps, they don't hit that hard, so you can pretty much get away with doing it with a small army. Blade Master, Grunts, Night Elf, Trees, Ancients, Archers, Fiends, with Undead, of course, and Death Knight, Coiling, using Skeletons to tank. And Human,
Research complete.
a little trickier with Human, because they typically go Archmage. But then again, Water Elementals are so fucking broken. But they do have Wardens, so I think Human might actually have the hardest time doing this, actually. Unless they maybe go Mountain King strategy purely for, like, just nuke with Footmen and just take out the Warden and run. And that could work as well. Scrolls of Regeneration, good distribution. I think Human would have the hardest time with this. Not that it's difficult for Human, because God knows they have the easiest time when it comes to creeping generally, but I think because of this slight distance, it doesn't seem that far, but that's enough for Militia to go, and then they're kind of almost run out. They ain't going to be able to travel here. They can go to the two closest bits and then almost run out. So unless you sort of like did an economical build towards rifles, so then you could get like Archmage Blizzard rifles, but you still need stuff to tank. It's tricky, tricky. But there you go. FloodPlains. Check it out today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, then subscribe, like, and comment. And share with your friends and all that good stuff. And I'll see you later.